Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com here with our John Haight build, looking to play some main deck sideboard cards and jank our opponents out. We won our first match against the Mirror. Not really, it was against John. Here we have one land, so we're definitely mulliganing. Well, we have turn one Thoughtseize. We have a little bit of jank if we want, a threat, Fable. We'll probably put the One Ring, as sad as it makes me, on the bottom, because you don't play sideboard cards like Ley Line of Sanctity in your opening hand and not run them out when you can. So hopefully we're playing Burn. That would be the best. Steam Vents, Izzet is what it looks like. Gotta love me some Izzet Murktide. At least they can't lightning bolt us. Ragavan. See if we draw an answer before they get the beats in. Turn one Thoughtseize, turn two Tarmogoyf. We'll find out if it's good enough. Do not draw an answer to the Ragavan, which we don't play that many main deck kill spells, so unsurprising there. Counterspell. Lightning Bolt. Preordain. Preordain lets them dig. Counterspell lets them counter our. So we'll take the Counterspell because we want this Goyf to stick. The Ragavan, I mean, they have one already. Unfortunate, but the Bolt they could use to kill our Tarmogoyf in theory. Hopefully, they have an island. Hopefully, we'll draw a fetch land so we can grow our Goyf. They drew a fetch land. Good. So let's hope they crack it. Speaking of cracking, crack my knuckles. Grow our Tarmogoyf for us. So we know what. Yeah, we can just F6, save some time. So we know they have that in their hand. Hopefully they won't hit anything good. Fable would be our worst hit. Ooh, Chalice. No, they know what we're up to. I wonder if they are going to dare to play it on one. Shut down most of their deck. Please, you know you want to. Just Chalice on one's fine. Don't worry about it. If we drew a Chalice, talk about sweetness. It'd be worth taking a Ragavan hit again to draw a Chalice here. Man, that would have been a nice draw. Curse you, Ragavan. The number of times I've gotten hit by Ragavan and seen a kill spell exiled, though, I think that's probably worse. Ooh, they did cast the Chalice. What, did they cast it on 0? Probably. Yeah, I don't know why. It's not going to bother me that they cast it on 0. We don't cast any spells for 0. I guess they figure, why not? Maybe I have some shenanigans with getting things back from exile. Alright, so they're not going to crack their fetch, it looks like, which is unfortunate. Meaning they can, hopefully we'll draw our own fetch land or a kill spell for this. Oh, they did crack their fetch. Excellent. So Preordain gone. Have another threat. Ooh, Ledger Shredder. That's a good one. The old Void Walker. Okay, so no, I don't want to cast that at all. I clicked on the wrong thing. So we now have a 3/4 Ragavan that can, or sorry, 3/4 Tarmogoyf that can block the Ragavan, assuming they don't draw a second answer, which in my experience with playing against Izzet Murktide is they always have the second answer. We'll run out the Goyf. It can block the Ragavan. It can live through a lightning bolt, block the Ragavan. So, I mean, assuming our opponent doesn't draw a second answer, what's about to happen is, if I was them, attack with the Ragavan, I block, they bolt it, cast a second Ragavan, Ledger Shredder gets a counter, they get to dig. And attack with the Shredder too, get in some damage. I mean, it's got flying, so. And what we'll do, assuming that's what happens, yeah, being on the play would have made a difference. Obviously, we wouldn't have taken that Ragavan hit, and we would have drawn our chalice on time to cast it. So much of this of Modern feels like play draw. If you're on the play, you're favored. On the draw, you're just automatically playing from the 8-ball or from behind the 8-ball. So anyway, I'm expecting the Lightning Bolt and a Ragavan to follow this up. Like I said, hopefully they tap out then, and we'll get this Fable to stay, or cast this Fable, start digging for some of our better answers or threats ourselves, see if we can't turn the corner here, because we're definitely behind the 8-ball. Okay, that's a pretty good threat. Now they're going to Lightning Bolt, Surveil, yep. Man, is it such a busted deck. So many cheap, powerful threats. I mean, a 1-mana spell, a 1-mana creature that does all of that. So much text box, right? You look at the 5-mana dragons that I like to play. Oh, the Flying Haste, 4/4. Maybe a little bit more in the text box. Still not as good as a Dragon's Rage Channeler, which is a 1-mana 3/3 flyer that does all of these things. I mean, I swear, you should check out, if you haven't already, my Rakdos Dragons and Tank in a post or in a Modern Horizons 2 world. I mean, Wizards has pushed Modern Horizons cards and creatures so far that it's basically becoming legacy in my mind. And the mid-range game is now between 1 and 2 drop creatures. Anything costing 4 or 5 is, unless it's Primeval Titan. There are a few like Shieldred, the Apocalypse is a 4-drop that does get played. All right, so we drew the Tarmogoyf, but they have 2 flyers. And you know what? They couldn't target us with a Lightning Bolt. Or they killed our Tarmogoyf, obviously, but I feel like they missed something here. Why didn't they get a counter on it? They cast their second spell. I'm not really sure what happened. So we're going to run out a Fable. See if we can't get back in this game. We're going to be taking quite a bit, but we're they didn't play the. I'm just very confused by some of what's happening right now. The Lightning Bolt's gone. I guess I was talking and ranting too much about my belief that Modern Horizons 2 has pushed Modern into the legacy world, and these creatures are so pushed. But anyway, I don't really know what happened. They discarded, oh, well, you know, sometimes you have it all. Man, Expressive Iteration, another busted magic card. Dig for a Lightning Bolt, kill our creature, cast a Ragavan. I don't know. Well, they can only play a land a turn at least. There's that something. F6. It's not like we're blocking anyway. Now, what we can do is, assuming any, you know, in a perfect world, what happens is they don't find what they need. They don't get a kill spell. They manage to counter their own bobble with the chalice. Oh, I don't think opponents saw that one coming. Why did you cast the chalice just to be cute? Oh man, that's hilarious. Hilarious. Gotcha. Got you with my chalice that you cast. Anyway, I mean, I'm gonna lose a 3-turn clock. Here comes the 3/3. Yep. Can't block. So in a perfect world, we attack and get the treasure token. We draw into some kill spells. Opponent just somehow, okay, there's our land. We definitely want that. So what we're gonna end up discarding the land and the Voidwalker, and then we're gonna hope to, man, but so. Bowmaster's not going to be good enough. Another Fable. We didn't hit the land. We're so dead to so many things. Okay, so go to combat. We don't play a lot of main deck removal, right? We play, get the treasure token. Run out the Goyf. Oh, we're still on. Oh, well. Clicking too fast. All right. And talking at the same time. All right, go to post-combat main phase. Run out the Goyf. Is there a world in which we can put enough pressure on that they cannot attack? Perhaps. We don't want the Bowmasters to eat a counterspell. They have a Ragavan. Yeah, I think we're going to save the Bowmasters and hope they dash in the Ragavan for some unknown reason. I don't know why you would when there's a Goyf out. Or maybe they discarded the Ragavan. Okay, they make another land drop. They're going to attack for... They're winning this race. 5. Oh, they're going to keep the Ledger Shredder back. Nope, they're not. Is there a world in which we win this? Well, yes. So, theoretically, assuming our opponent has nothing, we're going to flash in the we're going to flash in Orcish Bowmasters. Man, I like to say Ragavan. Flash in the Orcish Bowmasters. Ping our opponent to 12. Copy this with the, oh, we can't because it won't have haste. No, I don't think there is a world in which we can win without a kill spell. And even then, maybe Questing Beast off the top. We don't have the mana though. Questing Beast, if we had the mana, would allow us to win if they have 0 things. Right now it's 2, 7, 8, 9 damage. Puts them to 3. We don't play Lightning Bolts. Yep, Unholy Heat, the most busted 1 mana spell in existence to kill my Tarmogoyf, I imagine. You know, if, man, a 2/4. So what we need, you know, we don't have a draw that can let us get out of this, unfortunately. I was going to say if we drew into our Brotherhood's End, we could board wipe, sort of, but it's a 2/4, so we couldn't, and we'd kill all of our own creatures. So we scoop it up. Man, I hate Unholy Heat so much. Alright, so the ley lines are good to protect us against bolts, but otherwise they're not that great. Take those out, bring in the Terminates, bring in the Fatal Pushes. I'm not sure if Thoughtseize, how good Thoughtseize is. Bring in the Bone Crushers, maybe, for some more removal. Take out, we're going to be on the play with our possible turn 1 Chalice. Endurance is good to turn off their graveyard. I mean, we have, like, the main deck. We just didn't hit the... We needed hit Endurance. Maybe we should have played the Dauthi because our opponent's constantly discarding or filling the graveyard. If a card we put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, yeah, we probably should have... haven't played this card a lot, but that could have... We could have cast that, discarded the Goyf instead to help try to slow down their delirium. Maybe that was a misplay. Brotherhood's End is good, but slow hits our guys. Fatal. I mean, we're bringing in 9 removal spells and taking out quite a bit. All right, so we're going to take out 1. They got a Fable. That's one of our better cards in the mid-range to help us pull ahead. They have so much card advantage. Terminate feels bad. 2 mana for their 1 mana spells. But it does hit Murktide, so I think we have to keep it. Take out one of the Bone Crushers. Just bring in 3. Alright, here we go. On to game number 2. Game number 1 felt bad. So we have a way to answer a turn 1 Ragavan, but we have no red source. And we kind of want a turn 1 or turn 2 Chalice. So we're gonna mulligan this. 4 lands, 2 spells that we can't cast. It's not a good hand. There's our Chalice on 1, but without a second land, we're going to be in trouble. They begin with 7 cards, of course. So do we do 1 land, 1 keep? Roll the dice for this chalice, or do we, if we just draw another land? If we draw, I mean, we really don't want to go, we go to 5. It feels like going, keeping and draw. I mean, if we keep and don't draw a land, we're just dead. If we go to 5, I mean, they're going to probably bring in Spell Pierce to answer the chalice. I mean, okay, we got a mulligan. All right, well, wow. Not really what we want to see, but endurance and a fable. I mean, they're going to have to, they'll surely have a Spell Pierce or something, so even a turn 2 chalice is probably not going to get there, unfortunately. See if we can dig out of our mulligan to 5 with these fables, assuming they resolve, and see if our opponent kept a reactive hand or an aggressive hand. If it's a reactive, then we were right to mulligan. If it's aggressive, I don't know, maybe we should have kept and hoped to draw. But 1 land, I mean, it's just, it's not a game when you don't, if I wouldn't hit another land. Yeah, I have a feeling that they kept a hand with Spell Pierce. Well, sometimes you just draw it. So let's see if they did. Did we get you? Did we get you? Did you keep that 1 hand, a hand with Spell Pierce? And apparently they did not. Wow. Okay, maybe they just don't care because they took out their 1-drops or have an answer for artifacts. Or maybe we got them. Now we just really want to hit a land for this fable. Okay, Izzet Murktide? Are we going to beat an Izzet Murktide deck? Turn 2. Whew, I don't know. Probably not is the answer. I don't think I've ever beat Izzet Murktide. Now, a land would be sweet. So a land, we can play Fable. Now there's the bauble. Land, we can play Fable, and we just need to make our land drops. I don't know why I'm not F6ing through this. And they want to look at R. Hopefully they see a land. We'll run out Fable. And we've shut down their Ragavans, and we've shut down their Dragon's Rage Channelers. Now, a land, Fable, and Endurance, I mean, we need a lot to help. Man, I mean, Izzet just put so much pressure on you with the chief threats, followed by the Murktide, followed, with backup of all kinds of, another bauble, all kinds of counter magic. Double bauble. All right. Wonder why they didn't wait for their own turn to do that. Land. That's why. They didn't want us to cast a chalice on 0 and shut down everything they have. So we'll hold on to that chalice. We're going to fatal push. Hopefully they don't have a force and negation. I think. I got by my own chalice. No. Well, that's brutal. Brutal. Our opponent's got to be loving this moment in life right now. We did that because we want the instant in the graveyard for the Tarmogoyf, obviously, that we're going to draw. Oh man, the line was so, I was going to shut down their Ledger Shredder. Oh, sigh. Well, it wouldn't be a game. Now they can dash in Ragavan, I think. I can't remember. I have that. Anyway, it wouldn't be a game that I play Chalice in if I didn't cast one of my own cards into Chalice. That always happens. And it always feels really bad, let me tell you. I mean, I don't know why I'm holding up this 1 mana when I've already shown that I'd... Okay, well, anyway, let's see if we bounce back. Our opponent now goes back to 7 cards in hand, and we're at 3 with missing our land. We really wanted to hit a land drop there for the Fable, and then we would not have played our Fatal Push into our Chalice, and we would be more set up for the long game. But sometimes you don't draw that 3rd land and you forget about your own Chalice. See what OP's got. Tashana's Tidebinder is a nice play. I wonder if they play that in the sideboard. I don't know if his decks do or not, but that's a good answer for... No, maybe they're just looking to get Delirium for some reason, or just a 2nd spell because they can then grow their Ledger Shredder. Or they forgot about my Chalice as well. Everyone be forgetting about the Chalice. Nope, they wanted to go make a big Murktide, but they didn't need to cast that. Oh yeah, that gives them a sorcery. Alright, fair enough. Well played. No, they left it in the graveyard. I don't understand. That's fine. Now we are in desperate need of drawing a Terminate. Otherwise this game will be over really fast. Yeah, missing that land drop. I mean, mulling to 5 is obviously really bad. Missing the land drop when we could have stuck a Fable to get it, kind of catch back up here with discarding the Fable and that Fatal Push / Chalice to draw 2 to give us an answer this turn for the Murktide. I mean, man, now we hit nothing. Well, we might as well cast it on 0 for that last Mishra's Bauble. And then it's going to grow their Ledger Shredder. Mistakes are being made, folks. Could have saved it for the discard. I mean, this game's over at this point. It's technically not over. We can theoretically, take a hit here, but then it's over. I mean, we need 2 kill spells. We just put ourselves. I mean, we draw Terminate into Terminate, and they have nothing in their 5-card hand. Seems unlikely. I mean, a Multiply is brutal. But, misplaying is brutal as well. I mean, it just didn't line up. Even if, so what, we don't cast that Fatal Push. It's not like we have anything else to do. It's not like we're going to be able to somehow we didn't have another play there with just 2 mana. Should we just get in to send a message? And we'll scoop it up. Man, brutal way to go out. Never beaten Izzet Murktide. Didn't hit the 3rd land on time. Well, sometimes it'd be like that. Tough loss. Felt bad. Izzet Murktide's a really good deck. Very powerful. Maybe one day I'll beat it. Anyway, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.